Hi, this is Rumela Banerjee, and joining me today is Vimal Mishra, promoter and managing director at Prospect Commodities, to talk about the company's journey so far and the outlook. Thank you for joining us. Before we talk about Prospect Commodities and the company that it has come to be today, I would like to know about you. How did it all start for you professionally?
Well, firstly, Rumela, thank you so much for having me here on this interview and providing us this opportunity. Well, as you just mentioned, before starting Prospect Commodities, if I'll just say about myself, so I've started my professional journey from All Cargo Logistics Limited. I started working there in logistic industry, and I started in 2006, where I learned how import and exports are getting done, how to handle the shipments, how to move cargo from one location to another location. Followed by that, I joined AP Moller Merckx Group in 2008. I joined as a executive in AP Moller Merckx Group. I got 5 promotions there during my tenure of 6 years with AP Moller Group, where I learned how the networking is getting done, how to connect with the people in other country, other continents. Whenever we are having some complex businesses where we need to move some cargo from Europe to Africa or probably from South America to Africa. So that's where I was coordinating for few complex businesses where the customs are also involved in other countries. Customers are having issues in that. So I used to deal with my overseas offices and handling those shipments. So that's where I developed my network. I developed my understanding about the international business, and I moved forward actually handling from small, like 1 ton of the cargo to the single piece of 100 ton, like brick bulk shipment. Some big huge machineries are needed to be moved from one location to another. So I have learned my entire logistic journey during my Merck's days, and that has helped me actually to build and to grow in international business. And that's from there I started my journey with Fortune Exports. That's what we started actually. So in my professional career, as far as the jobs are concerned, I worked in logistic industry, and that's where I gained this confidence, the momentum, which has helped me to go further actually for Prospect Commodities.
Can you please give us a bit of history on Prospect Commodities? We understand you started off as Fortune Exports.
Yes. So during my days in Merck's, when I actually just left from the AP Moller Group in 2014, we started with a logistic company as well. And same time in 2015, I had just started Fortune Export just to get into the international trade because of the experience what I had gained during my Merck's days, the networking what I have delivered, what I gained actually that time. So that has helped me to that has boosted me to go in the international trade. I started my journey in with Fortune Export in 2015 with agro commodities. We started importing agro commodities in India, and we used to sell it in domestic market. In 2017, we started with cashew husk, importing from Vietnam and supplying in Indian markets. Going forward, we enter into dry fruits as well for the local trading. We were used to get cashew from South India, and we used to sell in Gujarat market. Same way for almonds from Kashmir, we were bringing here actually and selling in the local Gujarat market and Rajasthan, Maharashtra. So that's where we learned trading, international trading as well as the local trading, what we used to do in the cashew industry. And that mainly we saw that actually there is a shortage of cashew, the good quality cashew in Gujarat market. And that's where we just thought, why can't we have our own manufacturing facility where we can have the raw material with us, we can process the material, we can make it ready for the market here, and we can sell in the market. So after COVID, we got the opportunity where we started our factory. We have started our manufacturing facility in Ahmedabad itself. It was very small capacity with having a 500-ton capacity per annum. So we started in Ahmedabad for cashew plant. We got a very good response in that. And that's where we decided we need to go for expansion in this. Going forward, we have expanded our facility for 1200 tons. And as it's a capital oriented business. So we got into the opportunity for this IPO as well with some agencies. We learned it, and we converted Fortune Export into Prospect Commodities Private Limited, followed by Prospect Commodities Limited, and we got listed last year on BSE SME platform.
Okay, so who are your key clients and what percentage comes from international markets?
See, right now, actually, we are mainly because our capacity is quite small. It's a 1200 tons capacity, what we had so far. Right now, we have gone for the expansion as well again. So till now, whatever the material we are producing, it has been mainly sold in the B2B market in Ahmedabad itself, in Gujarat, and few of the material in Maharashtra and Delhi as well. So we are supplying mainly in B2B market at the moment. We have entered into B2C segment as well. We are available on Amazon, Flipkart, JioMart with the brand name of dry fruits. So we already got the trademark of that brand name. We have gone for a premium packaging in that as well, and we are coming up with more flavored cashews in that and almond and pista as well. And we have also started our export market actually last year only. So we are right now we are exporting in US market at this stage, but the volume is quite small at this stage. That's why we have gone for the expansion, and going forward, we are expecting some good numbers in export market as well. But if you really ask me at this moment, so roughly around 95% business is for the local in India market only, and somewhere around 5% is for the exports.
Okay, now if you could tell us where you source your raw cashew nuts from.
Well, there are different places as it's a harvested product. It's agri product. So different geographical location is having a different season. Mainly the cashew which we are using, these are coming from the West African countries at the moment, like Ivory Coast is there, Benin, Togo, Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia. So all these West African countries. So mainly sourcing is getting done from there. Apart from this, we are buying from Indian. We are buying Indian raw cashew as well, which is getting like the Ratnagiri belt, Maharashtra belt is there, Andhra Pradesh is there. So we are also buying our raw material from there as well. But mainly, if you see the cost-wise comparison is there actually, so then we have this import material at much lower cost compared to what we are getting in local Indian market raw material. So mainly the material which we are using at this stage, we are having it from the West African countries itself.
Like you said, you are now looking at expanding your capacity. What is the investment you are looking to put in, and how will this expand your top line?
See, right now the facility what we had is having a capacity of 1200 tons per annum. So the expansion what we have done is for more than double capacity. So it will be minimum like 2400 tons plus capacity. But this is what is about to start probably within a 1 or 2 months time. Actually, we are just waiting for government approval and the formalities to get complete. So once we have that in place, we will have this double capacity running business actually ready with us. Last year, we had delivered somewhere around 24 crore plus business revenue actually. We are looking forward somewhere around minimum 50% revenue increase because it's already late actually in this season, in this financial year. But whatever the time we have left with us, so still we are very much optimistic. Minimum 50% revenue growth on top line. This is what we are expecting. And if we are lucky enough to have approval early, probably, so it may go further for 75% or 100% growth as well.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the industry. Who would your competitors be, and their processing size versus yours?
See, cashew is a huge market. Probably we as an India, if we see as a market, India is the biggest consumer of cashew. Earlier, if you see, only for cashew was used as the dry fruits only, but nowadays even restaurants they are using cashew. If you see ice cream maker, they are also using nowadays. Cashew milk is also coming out. Cashew butter is also coming out. So there are multiple uses now actually for cashew. So day by day, the industry is growing. We have seen the right now the size of the market. What the cashew is getting processed in India is 21 lakh tons. This is what it is being processed in India at the moment, which include export as well and for domestic consumption as well. Out of this, our capacity is only 1200 tons at this moment. There are more than 4,000 factories in India who are processing it. But if you see in size wise, so there are hardly 10% of it who are having a capacity of more than 10 tons per day production capacity. If you see, hardly 20% companies will be there which are having a facility of more than 4 ton per day. So we fall in that category at this stage. Going forward, we will have a capacity of 20 tons per day. That's where the within 10% limit we will fall that. So if you see on a revenue-wise market share, it's more than 2.9 billion. That's what we are expecting by in between 24 to 29, with a CAGR of 3.8% for cashew industry. So it's a growing market. The demand is growing, the consumption is growing. Harvesting is also getting increasing. The yield we can see in India, that is also growing. And apart from this, the neighboring country like the Bangladesh, they have also started harvesting cashew at this stage. West African countries, they are also coming strongly for the raw cashew because of the demand, and we have seen government support as well. As far as the cashew industry is concerned, they have restricted imports of finished cashew in India with minimum price and the duty what they are offering actually, which is helping domestic industry to grow as much as they can.
All right. Now, what is the nature of demand like? What is the market size like? And is it seasonal, like say in Diwali or during festive seasons, you see more demand?
No, it's not like that actually. As I just mentioned, cashew is getting used everywhere nowadays. Even restaurants, ice cream industry, they are also using cashews as a dry fruit. It's been used nowadays. As I mentioned, cashew milk, cashew butter is also coming out. So there are multiple uses of cashew at this stage, if you really see. So demand is for 365 days. We can see the demand is there. It's about having the raw material with you actually on the right time. So once we have the new crop is coming, so whatever material we can store, that is helping us to have the production throughout the year. So that's where different geographical locations is having a different harvesting season. So we are focusing on each season, like probably for first quarter, we will procure from the Indian market. Second quarter, we will procure from the West African market. Third quarter, will shift to the Ghana market. So something like that, actually, we are doing mix and match, and we are getting the raw material, and it's been used everywhere nowadays. The main market in India, if you see, is a Western India and North India. So production is getting done heavily in South India. However, the demand actually is in West India and North India, which is helping us at this stage. So we are based in Gujarat, so we are connected with the market at this stage. Logistically, we have advantage here because of the raw material. We are having a port here, Mundra Port, Pipavav Port, Navashiva Port. So whatever the import is coming, so directly it reach to our region. It's hardly take 1 day to reach material here in our factory. After processing, we need to deliver the material, so it's within our town only. Probably if we need to ship it to the Maharashtra, probably 1 or 2 days. So we are connected with the market. The demand is there for 365 days in a year for the different industry. And during Diwali time, it's a peak time for us actually. So it's booming like anything in Diwali. So whatever material we have, it is going to get used in Diwali, that is for sure.
Will it just be cashews for the company, or are you looking into other products as well?
No, in retail market, we have already entered in almonds as far as the retail category is concerned. So we are supplying the almonds, pista, and resins as well at this moment. Going forward, we will expand our manufacturing facility for almond and pista as well. Same time, cashew is having multiple byproducts. So like the shell of the cashew, it is a raw material to produce the CNSL oil. So we will probably look to expand ourselves in manufacturing facility for this CNSL oil as well. The cake, the whatever the waste is getting actually remaining after extracting CNSL oil, that has also been used as a charcoal. So we may have alternate for fuel to have those waste material actually what is lying there after extracting the CNSL oil. The husk, which basically I'm importing at this stage from Vietnam as well. So husk is also one of the byproduct for tanning industry, which we are importing in a big way at this stage, so that we may have a use for that as well. And another other dry fruits like almond, pista, resin. So we will have going forward, we will add this product in our portfolio as well.
Okay, so what are the challenges you are facing at the moment for your business?
See, in cashew, the main business is about availability of raw material at a reasonable cost. Like suppose right now the Indian market, as far as the raw cashew supply is concerned, is running very high at this stage. But till the time if you are able to get the material from different locations in Africa, so you are able to plan your supply chain in a right way. So it's about planning, how you plan the import of the raw material, how you want to stock the raw material, how you want to source the raw material. So these are the biggest challenge is having the raw material. Production, whatever production you can do, market is always there. even if I'll go for 10,000 tons production, so tomorrow actually I'll say I need to expand further because the demand is there. Even if you see the corporates, nowadays corporates are also coming out in this business actually as a customers. So they are also coming with a big requirement for, because if you just see, like I give the example of Haldiram or Bikaji, they are also using dry fruits in their products. So they are also having a big requirement. Exports right now, Vietnam is one of the biggest processor of cashew in world. They are 100%, mainly they are dependent on the export market as well. So we can have their share as well, whatever export we can generate, because we are having a better quality than Vietnam. So as an India, we have good quality material available with us. It's about increasing the production capacity going forward, which we intend to do right now.
You have seen a great jump in your revenue in FY24 with healthy margins. What do you think contributed to that?
See, we have expanded our manufacturing facility from 500 tons to 1200 tons by the time, and we came for IPO. So additional capital that has helped us to streamline our production cycle as well. So last year we have done actually revenue wise almost 100% jump as far as the revenue is concerned, and the PAT level, if you see, is roughly around 275 to 290% jump in the PAT level as well. The bigger the manufacturing facility we will have, our operating cost will be minimum, because it's mainly for automation actually is a key factor in this. That is helping us to increase our bottom line in that as well. So from 500 to 1200 jump in revenue in the production capacity, same time additional capital, which has helped us to stock the raw material in the right way. Both the things have help us to achieve the numbers what we have delivered in last year. This year also we are doing the same thing. We are expanding our facility from 1200 tons to 2400 tons plus the capacity what we are expanding at this stage. Going forward further, we will be able to expand the facility in production capacity in same premises only. We have done a backward integration as well. Right till last year, we were used to buy raw material from traders in India. This year, we have went and started buying the raw material from African supplier directly, which is helping us to save in our purchase cost as well. And with the further expansion, what we are going to do right now, it will help us to increase our bottom line as well, because our operational cost will be remain in the same range what we used to have earlier as well.
Okay, where do you see the company in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, when you have a market of 21 lakh tons right in front of you where you're working, right now your facility is having only 1200 tons facility at this stage, which we are expanding to 2400 ton plus volume at this stage. Even we'll target 10,000 tons or probably 15,000 or 20,000 tons, the market will be there. So at this stage, if you really see it for next 3 to 5 years, if you will ask me, first target what we have is to cross the 5,000 tons production capacity. Going forward, probably again we'll look to expand the facility by 10,000 tons. We want to increase our presence in the retail category as well, because that's the area where most of the manufacturers are not focusing that much. So we want to increase our presence in retail market as well. We want to have our presence in corporate market. We want to expand ourselves in the export market as well. The manufacturing facility, which we intend to cross 5,000 tons in next 3 years. So that is our first target, which will help directly in increasing our revenue from 1200 tons capacity to 5,000 tons. So you can see the jump in the revenue wise as well. What we are intend to do, we intend to have more products in our portfolio, like the almonds, having a pista in our portfolio as well, which will help additional revenue increase actually in our business as well. So market is quite huge. We want to explore as much as we can. We want to develop because of the demand in the market. Going forward, 3.8% CAGR, we can see easily in that. So market is there. We want to penetrate as much as we can, and we don't want to just sit in Gujarat and want to have the facility here. We want to expand ourselves in pan India and across the globe as well.
All right, that's all for now. It was great speaking to you. Many thanks for joining us.